It's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Creative Hub. Yes. Thanks.
And do. And do. Learn and do. Yeah, I said a D right there. Overall goal, okay, was to make Alpha Omega.
That's how long it's been since I've used this.
Yep.
Okay, can I please actually go to the video now? No. Okay. What? Thanks. Okay. No, just take me to fucking YouTube now. Cool. Take me to this. Okay. Or don't. What I'm gonna do. Are you fucking kidding me? Glad to see that's going. Great. Somewhere, anywhere. Oh yeah, all the way at the bottom. Okay. Holy shit, why did that take forever? God, dude. 10 minutes late. Alright.
All good.
2. Alright.
Overlap?
Yeah, we've been live. Check it out. You gotta come up with an ad read. Alright, here we go.
I don't know what that means.
So, podcast. There we go. Alright. 3, 2, 1. This is the Learning Curve. Welcome to Learning Curve, everybody. Jack.
David.
Podcast where we're going to learn stuff. We don't know what we're going to learn or how we're going to learn it, but we're going to learn. This week we're sponsored by Coke and...
Oh boy. Twix.
Twix! We'll hear more from them later in the podcast. David, how are you today?
I'm doing alright.
Good. Alright. Why are you doing so great?
Well, got a job, got a roof. Got my dog.
That's great.
Not doing too bad. Got stuck. I'm getting my forging next week.
Your forge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You gonna start on that?
Yeah,
You
I'm
start
excited.
going coal?
No, we're going propane for this because we couldn't. We're still working on finding somewhere to burn coal since we can't burn it in city limits because it poisons the air.
Yeah. So are you gonna use propane then?
Yeah.
And you can do that like outside?
Yeah, you can do that anywhere. I mean, honestly, we can do it in Sam's garage. We just gotta have the ventilation for it. So, I mean, if we open up the garage door, we're perfectly safe doing it inside.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. You just be in it.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice hot box for the winter.
Yeah. It'll be like a sauna.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. I won't even get cold.
Wow, this is a lot harder than I thought now.
Yeah.
It's like, now we can't talk about anything.
Gotta prep.
What?
Gotta prep.
A little bit.
Gotta keep in mind what you're gonna ask.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd just jump into that and figure that out now.
Oh, well.
So if I do that now, then I can say, okay, I can look at it and then say, I wasn't prepared. Here's what we could have done. Here's what I could have asked in these portions. And then use that to go on.
We could also just prepare and then see where you're not prepped at.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not going to do that way. As
Fair
you
enough.
can see, it's number 1.
Yeah. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Just jump right in.
Yeah. So I told Kayla not to do that. Told her the same thing, and she said, no, I'm going to just try it and go for it. And she got a 20 and 20 on her project, so...
Good.
All right. So I thought maybe I'd learn from the younger kids.
Yeah.
So you got a forge.
Yep.
What else? You got a job.
Yep.
You're moving somewhere. What are your plans for the future?
I want to try and move out this year.
This year?
Yeah. Hopefully soon.
Like out of where you're at?
Yeah.
Or
because I just kind of I want that responsibility back, kind of. It's a good driving force to have, just responsibility to actually pay for somewhere to live and all that. Like, that was a big thing, like when I lived in Omaha. Like, I worked a lot of hours and I did hard jobs because I needed to have somewhere to live.
Yeah, you need to get paid.
Yeah, I couldn't afford not to get paid, otherwise I'd be on the street.
I read an article recently. It was how much money you would need at this salary, how many hours you need to live. And it was like you would go to Massachusetts and at $16.50, which was what people were usually getting paid at, you had to work 75 hours a week or something. Don't quote me on it, but it got up there. It was like go to California, you make $21 an hour. You had to work like 125 hours a week just to live comfortably. And you needed to have like $130K salary to do it.
Yeah.
It was like, that's too much.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm excited about my forge, because eventually, after I put in some time learning and hopefully get some training or teaching from other people, I'll have my own business pretty much, so I'll be able to just pay for myself.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about somebody else paying me. It's all my money.
Yeah. And these people...
Once I build the thing, of course.
Yeah.
Or forge the whatever
forge
product.
The metal, whatever.
Yeah, forging whatever product I'm making.
That'd be really cool, because then we can bring those people in. And then, like, when we sit down, a big thing that I want to try and do is sit down and, like, when we don't have too many ideas, so come on, and you want to learn something, go ahead and write your questions down, we'll sit and talk about it, and then do research. We can do that, and then bring somebody in that we can kind of interview, but really just try and figure shit out like a professor. Just have them sit down and talk about it.
Yeah, like, I'm planning on learning welding soon. Not going to take any classes on it. My uncle is he used to be CNC and welding, and he's done all sorts of stuff. Like, he's a genius when it comes to metalworking. And so I'm just going to go to him. He's going to teach me better than any class is going to teach me, because, you know, I grew up under him. He's taught me a lot of all the woodworking stuff I do, all the metalworking that I have done, and just pretty much a lot of stuff. He just teaches me everything he knows. So
that's the problem with the older people, is that's kind of their job. They don't do that too well.
Yeah, no, my dad still doesn't know how to do any of this stuff. Like, I have to go to the older generation. This is his uncle, so he's my great uncle. So he's pretty much my grandpa. And he's teaching me all this stuff I never got to learn growing up. I didn't get to learn how to drywall. He's teaching me how to drywall. He's gonna pretty much teach me how to flip a house if I just keep learning.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I can flip houses. I know a painter come in. I think he wasn't like gay. He had a wife, but I think he was hitting on me. He was always like, "Man, you're such a good worker. You always work real hard, and you should come work for me." So I did, and he paid me pretty well. But that's what he did. He went down to Arizona every couple of weeks, and then he'd work on his house, come back and do his job, and then go back down. And every time he'd be like, "Hey, I'll pay you to come down here and help me." And it was like, man, and he'd like text me like, "Yeah, I'm just sitting by the pool, 80 degrees.
So yeah, move to Arizona. You just don't get to work when it's 120, I guess.
Yeah, that's the other thing I thought about. If we want to move, you know, Michigan will be kind of cold. It'll be like winter and ice and shit.
Yeah, but I'm gonna build my coal forge out there when we move there, and then I'm gonna make that sauna attachment for you. We're gonna have the wet sauna outside.
Just throw some snow in there.
Yeah, do it.
Steam right up.
Yeah, coals get hot, dude.
Yeah.
You just take a few of them, or I can just build an attachment. Like I said, just run some metal tubing just over, and that heats up with the coals.
Just stick a tube in there, and then run it, and then we'll just build another cement block that just encases a tube, and then we'll just have a door.
Yeah.
And then that'll just get real hot. We can just throw it at the pipe and have it go.
Yeah, now you got my creative juices.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Like, run the pipe out the back, and then run it in, and then just curve it up and have it be a chimney.
Yeah,
and then it just heats up the
everything.
Water. I could even add water into it so it kind of radiates and maybe heats up the stone better. I don't know if that would or not, but it might.
It just like a Swedish torch, like how you have that, and then you have your teepee or whatever, your tent, and then you can take a metal piping and pull that in to heat your tent in the winter.
Yeah.
So just like that.
Yeah, the heat transfer.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
I want a sauna so bad.
What's the sponsor? Coke? Coke and Twix?
Coke and Twix.
Oh man, well that's not coming. We still have 20 minutes.
Yeah, you didn't even explain to me what that is.
Yeah, so that was the big thing. Like, I'm going to, anybody who comes on, I'm not going to tell them. Just 3, 2, 1. Hey, by the way, you have an ad sponsor that you have to be, you pick an ad, go for it, do an ad sponsor, here we go, and then we're in. Now I can see people's creative brains.
All right.
You know?
Let's go.
See what people have to say.
Yeah.
You know, one of these times, like, I was thinking about that. I was like, we could do, like, a big brand and then a local brand. Like Coke, Mountain Dew, Razor, and then just a fake thing, and then be like, Cupcake. What was that cupcake place called?
Which one? The one Mason worked at?
Sure.
I have no clue. Not a clue in the world. All I know is they have really good cupcakes.
Yeah, they do. What's a good local business?
Oh. I don't know. Cedar Rapids is not good for local businesses, other than restaurants. Okay. Meals.
Meals, yeah, that could be one, and then hopefully we get traffic. Probably not. It's coming through to Meals.
I mean, a Meals is really good. And that shrimp ragoon pizza, oof.
BLT man.
Oh yeah,
that's good. But
they have the best pizza.
Like, just go to Newbone, write everything down, and be like, what is, throw me an ad, and...
Like, there's that barbecue place down in Newbone. They make, like, a ghost pepper barbecue sauce. Ooh. I want to try that.
Hell yeah.
It sounds way too spicy, but I want to try it.
I want that emu steak still.
Emu steak?
Yeah. Emu.
There's a place out past Iowa City, you just hop on the highway. And you just keep driving instead of getting off at that Coralville exit. You just keep going. There's a meat shop butcher block out there that has bison.
A butcher block?
I'm pretty sure it has bison meat. Mm-hmm. Not a butcher, like a butcher, an actual butcher.
Morgan, look it up. Another thing.
Oh yeah.
Take one of these. I'll have to take one of these out and plug it up to the computer. That way somebody can sit in the back, and if any tech stuff.
We can just pull my PC over. It's all easy access.
Yeah. No, I mean, for this. Because we can't have two PCs hooked up to that.
To what?
To the stream.
Oh.
So I'd have to undo this monitor, plug it into the TV, and then take the mouse and keyboard. And then just have them do that. Everything. That way we have a monitor and then we have the TV.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm having troubles visualizing that.
So really it's just this monitor is over there. And then we don't have a mouse or keyboard here. Mm-hmm. We just have this screen that watches everything. And then if Morgan comes and just does some tech work every once in a while, then it can just be like that. And then we have our screen, and then we have that for him to do his stuff.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Kind of like how Joe Rogan does it.
A little bit, yeah. And then we can do, wow, this isn't good for visuals, but really it's not a visual thing, so it's just there for whatever. But we can set it on the corner of the table.
Podcast about figuring out his podcast.
Yeah. Well, that's things, man. Set it on the table.
Get started.
Angled as the camera, so we can get all 4 seats.
Yeah.
And then, but that could be another one. Another one. My fucking nose itches.
Yes, and it's because it's cold out. I don't know. It keeps changing though. Like, we could still be landscaping right now. The ground's melted. It's almost 50 degrees.
Yeah. It was just like that.
And it was just fucking... everything was just frozen.
Snow everywhere. Ice is still here.
Yup.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then it's gonna come back.
There's supposed to be 3 storms coming through.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So like it's supposed to come through, and then as soon as that one gets to like us, another one's gonna start. Supposed to start, and then as soon as that gets to us, that one's gonna go obviously over to the coast, and then another one's gonna
just split around us because we've got factories galore. All of our factories cut the air in the sky, and it just cuts the clouds. I mean, it doesn't cut it like that, but it makes it so that the clouds kind of dilute, I guess.
Like
it spreads the rain around us, but it keeps it cloudy still.
Like the CO2 from the factories kind of makes a bubble.
Yeah.
Around us, which is hella shitty. Because I want to enjoy weather and not have to drive 2 hours.
I haven't had a good rainstorm since I was like 5.
Even a good snowstorm, like, yeah, the one we had was
Oh,
okay.
man.
But,
No, there was that one, I had to have been 8 or 9. Our power was out for like 2 weeks. We had icicles from the power lines all the way to the ground.
Here?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was ridiculous. My dad had to go out and get a generator. And that still didn't even do it. We still had to wear winter gear inside the house. And just blankets galore. It was terrible.
I don't remember that. I do remember...
Well, we also lived a little bit out of city limits.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Because, yeah, we did have one where it was like the power went out for a while.
I think it was the one before the '08 flood.
Oh, the one that snowed fucking 14 inches in 2 hours?
Yep.
Dude,
I think that's the exact one.
I shoveled my house, the 2 houses next to ours, and then I said, okay, because that's when I was going to church. I said, I'm going to go shovel the church. Oh my gosh, dude, that was the worst idea ever. I was like, I like started to dig in, and I got to the bottom of the snow, just in like a pile, and was like, I have to go home. I cannot do this right now. Like, it was so bad. And then finally, after a while, somebody came, one of the other church guys came, and he had a snowblower. So I was shoveling, and he was snow blowing, and it was just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Still sucked, but I wish there was more like that, so I could do it, but... Yeah.
People just usually got enough. There's enough trucks and stuff in town now.
Yeah.
With plows on the front. Usually they get their churches cleared.
Dude, that pissed me off so much. Like, Chris, our old supervisor, would just get to leave. Have it paid, and then just go snowplow. Like, not only are you getting paid to go snowplow, but you're also getting paid for the 3 hours that you're not being here.
Well, shit, sign me up for that.
Yeah, dude. That'd be the thing.
Need that money.
All the money.
Gotta get my forge going. I'm a toddler. My mind is one track.
That's a good thing, because then you can just sit there and pound that out, and then once that's done,
I know. I'm excited to see like when I first start versus like a year into it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's going to be so much difference. I've learned everything else. I learned like all my skills, soldering, working on MRIs, doing all that stuff. Just kind of, I learned it like that. Like they teach me it, I'd write it down, and I'd just the next day be able to just copy. So I'm excited to kind of see how I can improve on this skill, since I pick up most every other skill pretty fast if I'm shown what to do. Yeah.
And you're not, so the big thing that I did for a while, and if you use it for this reason, it can really help. But I use Instagram and Twitter for that process.
Yeah.
So that's something that we can get you started on, is an Instagram that you can take pictures and then every year come back and look over it and say, this is
well, if I got an Instagram for it, I'm going to post like everything I make.
Yeah.
Whether I'm making just a hardy cut tool or just a hole punch, whatever I make.
That's the whole point. And then you can look back and say, over the year I made this and I improved with this. And then you can really see.
Gimli. No barking. We got
all the dogs, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's the other thing.
We only got 2 dogs.
Well, we got all of them. 3. We got 3 hours until Sam gets here. We got 3. Oh man. Yeah, that one chick we were talking about yesterday. I said, are you afraid of dogs? She goes, no, why? I said, because I got 3 of them. She goes, oh, puppies. I was like, yep. So.
Oh man. If she wants puppies, just wait till my dad has another boxer litter.
Well, she hasn't even texted me. It's like, if you're gonna try and do that, then what's the whole point? I don't know. Californians, they're their own breed.
Yeah. Moved to the middle of nowhere. Now she doesn't know what to do with herself.
Yep. So where am I? What do I do here?
Absolutely nothing. You go get lost in a cornfield.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's about all there is to do, unless you, well, I mean, yeah, no, farming communities aren't good.
Said, you guys got a beach here? Like, yeah, we got a few. Like, ew, what's this?
So we got fake beaches.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have real beaches. All that shit's carted in. They literally brought in dump trucks of sand.
Oh my gosh.
All of our sand is fake.
She said, what's this stuff in the water? Why is it so squishy?
Well, welcome to a lake. They're not very good, especially in the Midwest.
Yep. Or a river, which you're also swimming in.
Yeah, especially around here. All the factories just dump in it.
It's so bad. I'm gonna change that when I'm president. That's the other thing. This is the whole a good whole place for me to talk to people and get other people's points of view, so I can run for president and then use that to say, hey, people don't like this, and here's a bunch of ways to fix it. So we can fix it. But that's the other thing is, like, factories. They gotta stop doing that shit because they're destroying everything.
Yeah, like, just fucking put it in a dump or a truck. Just a big carton truck. Just go have it dumped into a controlled lake that is man-made. Just somewhere random.
Dig to the center of the earth.
Oh yeah,
And
dig
then
it to the center of the earth.
As deep as how far? Okay, Google. How far is the deepest hole, man-made hole?
According to Smithsonian Magazine, the Kola Superdeep borehole was just 9 inches in diameter, but at 40,230 feet reigns as the deepest hole. It took almost 20 years to reach that 7.5-mile depth, only half the distance or less to the mantle.
Well, there you go. You got 7.5 miles of 9-inch hole.
Yeah, so we take this
dump it in.
We take this next 20 years and have 3 companies just start drilling, and then all of the factories can just... They got 3 holes of... That's 21 miles down.
Yeah.
And over at least 9
Well, it's only
inches
7
wide.
miles down, but 20. I guess all in all together, it's 21 miles of non-consecutive.
Yeah. With at least what 9 inches in diameter, so we could make that.
We'll just drill them all 3 right next to each other, and it'll be an even bigger hole.
Why don't we just?
Why?
Just
Why dig a deep hole like that? Make it a basin, big, wide. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have depth to it, but you need to make it wide, too.
Yeah.
Because there's no point in just drilling straight down.
It's just...
This is just going to right back in on itself.
Okay, so we make a basin, and we dig so deep down that it gets to that, and it just melts everything. That way it'll constantly be melting, and then we don't have to, like, push it down or dig the hole down ever again. Yeah. I hate my floor.
This is a little uneven.
Yeah. This is also a weird little setup.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the couch will be... Either way, the couch will... This is going to be this close.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. It's just the first one.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And then we'll move, and then we'll have a room, and...
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Dedicate a whole room to it. Because, I mean, at that point, we can also just make that a video game room.
Yeah, just do it that way. And then have it... Easy access to the movie.
I miss my video game room when I had a house. That was my favorite room. I literally I never came out of that room except to go to bed and to work.
Alright, yeah. I was there.
Otherwise, I was just always down there, always playing games.
Yep. That's what we did. Said, hey, we're coming back through from Colorado. What are you doing? Nothing cool. We're going to stay for a couple of days.
Absolutely nothing.
And didn't do anything but play video games.
Yep. All 3 of us had the Xbox and the 2 PCs.
The PS.
Oh, and the PS4. Wish I still had an Xbox.
Oh my god.
I miss all my games.
There's one right there.
I know, but I don't have any of my hard copies because I got rid of them.
Oh, well. Just bootleg them.
Just bootleg them. That's a little hard to do for Xbox games.
So spend $10 and get the Xbox Game Pass, and you'll get a bunch of games.
Yeah, but I won't necessarily get Dark Souls 3 or any of the games I want.
You might.
I might get some games I want, but I don't play Xbox that much anymore.
Yeah, so just get them all on Steam. Get them on Steam. The winter sale's coming up soon.
Yeah. Dark Souls is on there, so probably.
$34 for Halo Reach.
Just Reach? What about that whole collection?
It's not out until all of them are out.
So they're just releasing them one at a time?
Yep. And then at the end, they'll do a Master Chief collection. So it seems like I don't know if this is actually true or how they're doing it, but they haven't released the Master Chief collection yet, but they have a release date for Reach.
Oh, hold on. Somehow it glitched.
Whoa.
December.
Click on that.
So it's $40 for the whole collection. I was gonna say, they only on Xbox they only sell it for $40. So maybe it could be that they just finished Reach before they finished the other ones, because they probably put a bunch of time into Reach. What?
Okay, but that's kind of stupid there's $40 for everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
And then Master Chief Collection's $40. So it's like, hey, spend 40 times 5?
Yeah, well.
Because you got Reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, yeah. I mean, if you want ODST.
Oh, yeah, so no, I don't.
That one we're skipping.
So like $200 on these games, or you could just spend $40 and get the whole thing.
God, I'm psyched for that. I'm so psyched for this legendary playthrough.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I just want to dedicate an entire weekend after we finish at Nordstrom, and we're after Christmas, just entire weekend just dedicated to just Halo and just doing all of them on legendary. See how fast we can knock them out.
I don't think we can do 4-player though.
Why?
On campaign.
You sure?
It said multiplayer co-op, but it only showed two images. But the multiplayer showed
so me and you will play it. Fuck them.
Sam will be busy. Morgan will be...
I mean, if they want to play, they can play the campaign, those two.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because couldn't we play like Halo 3? Wasn't that?
I don't think so.
3 or 4 people?
I think the only one that was like that was ODST.
Let's see. Maybe this will say.
Make it larger. Pop that screen. Pop that screen.
PC settings, collections, campaign. Multiplayer. Halo and
67 campaign missions.
The games will release in order of the fictional story. Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
So they're gonna release them. So you can probably buy the whole entire pack, and then they're just gonna release them in chronological order.
Oh yeah.
Or in the story order. So it doesn't say. That's shitty.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. I hope it is. I hope we can play more than 2 people in co-op. Because, I don't know, I remember being able to play more than 2 people in co-op. At least if we were online. You know?
I never...
But I might be wrong. You know how sketchy my memory is.
Yeah, I wasn't able to play online with that because I didn't know how to set up like the internet connection, and then I really didn't have too many friends. That was all like.
Yeah, I also did until Xbox 360. I didn't have any of that.
Because that's when Call of Duty came out. Mom.
Yeah. No, I didn't even play Call of Duty. I bought it for Skyrim.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I didn't buy it until way late. Like way late. Logan was the one that convinced me to do that. Like my sophomore year, after like 4 months into working at CG.
Okay, Google. Set a timer for 30 more minutes.
Sure, 30 minutes. And we're starting now.
Perfect.
I was just gonna say we could. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
What? Oh no. Coke. Thanks for this fake sponsor. Coke is like water. It's a lot like water, but with some sugar. It's like sugar water. That should be a thing. It is a thing. It's called Coke. Coke, thanks to that fake sponsor. It's delicious. And go get a Coke. Whew. Ad reads. You can have your ones. No, you can see it.
Yeah, see, now I don't know.
So throwing people in, I'm gonna just make sure. I'm just gonna have them do it at the end. So I'll do the first one, either 15 minutes in, half hour in, however long we go, and then at the end you can do it, because then that's always in your head, and then at the end we're still like talking.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it'll get your brain flowing.
Yeah.
Now the conversations should be different. We'll see.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think of something.
Like what?
For Twix.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Like it's gonna be very fun to watch.
Fuck.
Dan said, "I got people who will make your podcast funny. We'll all come and do a thing." I was like, "Oh boy,
That sounds like a trip."
I'm gonna have to be on a trip." Dude, I feel really bad.
For what?
I now have this whole week off. I have to work 9 hours this week.
Nine hours this whole week. Boy,
What's going on?
that sounds like a pretty easy week.
Yeah, I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to get to Sunday and then not want to go to work and then just die out.
I need it to be Friday. Because that's when all my shit I ordered is supposed to come in.
And then we get started.
Mm-hmm.
What you do? I ain't working on that gold.
We're going to be inside his garage, like I said. Or just outside. We're not going to be cold. The forge is going to keep us warm.
True. How much is propane? What are you buying? 100? Is it a 100-gallon tank?
Yeah, I'm buying a 100-gallon tank. It's going to be like... So the tank itself is going to cost like $155, but that comes with a fill-up.
With?
Yeah.
With a...
It's filled up when I get it.
Okay.
So, really, the fill-up costs like $90 plus tax. So, $100. So, really, I'm just paying $60 for this thing. For just the tank itself.
But how much will be a fill-up?
$90.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I threw a bunch of numbers in and I said 60. 60. What's 60 so important about? Then
I was just because that's what I figure. I figure just the tank itself, because if you buy it online, well, I guess it's still $150, but still, $90 isn't bad to refill.
what is it going to be? Like 30 minutes you want to end this? Do it in an hour? Or after that, do you want to try and set this up a different way?
We can, or we can mess with that later.
I'm just going to say do it now since it's all out.
Yeah, we can do that.
And just get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey! I need a room.
Yeah, same. Well, I have a room, but I want to move out so bad.
It's not here. Room is not here.
Nope. Although I pretty much live here.
Yeah, welcome. Not a guest. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. It's part of the family.
We have a Texas-sized glob of plastic. That's what I stopped in the middle of the car last night. Plastic in the middle of the ocean. How are we supposed to get that out? Where are we supposed to take that? What are we supposed to do with it?
Oh boy. Don't they recycle plastic? Well,
yeah, and you know where
energy?
it goes? Yeah, and you know where it goes?
Where does it go?
In the fucking ocean.
So, who is it? Switzerland that does that?
Yeah.
Sweden or whatever? I don't know. Whoever does it.
I mean, there's companies that redo stuff and make like backpacks and clothes and all that stuff, but still, like, there's still a giant patch of garbage just floating in the ocean.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that stuff. Because, I mean, yeah, you can melt it down, you can reuse it, but then it's not very good. It's not as durable. It's probably going to be a little messier of plastic at that point. It's just going to be a messy process, but I don't know how to make that cost efficient or how to get... I mean, I don't know what to use it for. I mean, we could get it out, for sure. There's people already have ideas for that. There's a dude that's the same age as us that already has ideas.
That. Yeah.
I forget who his name is, but he's trying to do that. That's pretty cool. But so I don't know what to use it on once it's out, though. Is there some way to turn that into energy without dumping it back into the ocean or into any ecosystem that it's going to mess up?
See,
into uncontrollably, I guess.
Yeah. And first, like, the one thing that I fucking hate about people is that they will criticize. Like, you want to do this and you don't do it correctly the first time, criticize. Like, you get shut down. It's like you were a fucking idiot and a joke for even thinking about that. Like, yeah. What have you ever, if you do things right the first time, every time, what are you doing? Like, sure, I guess you're doing something right, but not exactly. But
I mean, failure is the way to success.
Yeah. So, and again, he failed, and he's like, yeah, it's okay, because now we learned from it, and
we try again.
Works. Yeah.
We innovate,
like,
and we try again.
Man, those people, dude. But an argument that I kind of understand, but don't exactly understand is
Here we
space.
Go. So on topic of space, we could use the plastic if we have enough, and it's a thick enough material and durable enough. You could let me use that to vacuum seal.
That, maybe. I always thought about having it just be put on a rocket.
I keep going out of it.
Dude, yeah, it's so bad, man. That's the other reason why I want to see what...
Yeah, we'll have to rearrange that.
Yeah.
The floor is pulling us in weird directions.
Yeah.
Really, they should probably just repave the floor.
They should do a lot of stuff. But not my house, not our house, so... Again, I could give them suggestions, but...
Yeah, no, that's one thing I was thinking about, though. We might be all able to go in on a house or something. I don't know how that works, if we have to go under one person's name in order to get a house, or if, like, me, you, and Sam could all go and get a mortgage on a house.
Yeah.
And then split up that cost.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how that works, but I would be willing to do that in Michigan, because then we could get a bigger plot of land, or a nicer plot of land a little bit out of the city limits, so we can have our forge, we can have all of our stuff, all of our businesses that we want to start, that we've already got plans for. We'll be able to do that if we get a little bit out of city limits.
Yeah.
but
we also have to...
we have to be able to afford to live out of city limits.
Yeah. So
I gotta convince Sam.
And my girlfriend. Us. Who knows? She's still just dead set that I'm moving into it too. Anyway.
Des Moines isn't worth it.
If, like, even Scott said, like, if it was for long term, we'd think about it. But if it's only for a year and then that is up, like, it doesn't make sense to move everything for a year. Especially when I'm paying less than I would there still. Like, on top, I mean, fine. Maybe a better job would be there. Maybe.
It's going to be easier to find jobs.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily going to be better paying, though. But you're going to have an easier time finding jobs. Like, when I was at Omaha, anything I applied for, I could have gotten.
Yeah.
I was applying left and right and getting calls left and right.
That's why I like Boulder. Because it's just college startups that are just like, hey, we need people. Come and work.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then you can find really cool companies that you can get into. And like when I worked at ScanMed, I loved that. I loved learning about MRIs. I loved working on them. Or MRI coils, I should say.
Yeah.
I didn't get to work on the MRIs, just the coils.
What interests you? That's a good question to ask.
Everything.
See?
Really?
Yeah.
Mechanically, anything mechanical, electrical. I wonder about it. Like computers, Xboxes, TVs. I'd love to be able to resolder and take apart a motherboard or something. Which, I mean, I got pretty close to that working on MRI coils because I worked with little boards that were probably about the size of my pinky nail or my thumbnail. By the end of it, I was. But, yeah. Anything that functions like that, and functions in a way that I have no clue how it works. Like a motherboard, not a clue how any of that works. Like, I understand the capacitors, resistors, I understand what they function to do, but I have no clue how it turns all that energy and everything it's holding into numbers and all of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd love to know how how it transfers,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. That's because I would always think, like, back in, 78? Was it? I'm good. 78-ish, I think, the first computer. Like, how did we even think, like, let's just put a bunch of shit on this, plug it up to a thing with all these wires, and it's gonna do something?
Yep.
Like, that's...
Yeah, I have no clue how that works. And I'd love to know. I understand, like, how kind of like an LCD works. Like, I understand the power flowing through it's gonna hit the... lacking words. The pixels.
Oh.
So it hits the pixels, and the pixels, each and every one of them, as the energy hits, it hits in a different frequency, or something like that, I want to say. And it changes the color of it. And that's how you're getting the picture. But I could be totally wrong on that. I've never researched it.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how it works. But that would make sense to me if that's how it was.
Yeah, and that'll be a good thing about chat, because then chat can tell us.
Yeah.
Having a bunch of people in chat and be like,
we can also,
fucking idiot.
We can also, you know, once Morgan or somebody else, if we've got 3 people, we can have 2 talking, 1 over there.
Yeah.
Doing the research. Because, like, that's something I would just go and research right now. Because now I kind of want to read that. Like, how is, like, with the Forge, you know, me and Sam decided if we make this a real thing and if we start getting good, we start getting commissioned, we might, you know, every 5 years make a katana or something. But make it traditional style. So I instantly was like, okay, what does all that entail? And it entails getting, like, iron sand and making a blast furnace. And I think it's using, like, some sort of pine cones or something as coal, and heating it and melting down the iron sand over a week. Like a week's time, just every single day, 24/7. blast furnaces running. So that alone takes a ton of time, and then you've got to fold the steel and form it, and it's probably going to take a month or 2 to 3 months just to make this.
The katana?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Especially if we're going to make multiple.
And make it correctly. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great though.
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to put in the time. I'm so excited about this. Like, I was excited to be an electrician. I was so excited to work on MRI coils. I was so excited to do a lot of stuff I've done. But I've never been like this excited for anything. Or for any job, I guess, so far. There's one that I can think of that I'll be more excited, but for now, this is the most exciting job I've ever thought of having. Or trying to attain.
Yeah. That's how I get about like growing in a sense, but also having the dispensary type where it can be that my medical practice, because then I get to just see people smile and happy every day. It's not a fake world, but it's my perfect world. So the graphics card, it needs a translator. So the graphic card uses binary code and then splits it to has a graphic card built in the motherboard. Okay, but its principles and components are easy. Working in conjunction with software applications.
Yep. Still don't understand.
Yeah. So my guess is from that, the graphics card or the motherboard.
I'm gonna guess it each and every like little resistor and everything changes the frequency a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it just shoots a signal out to each and every pixel.
Yeah.
Gimli.
It just uses binary code to complete.
Right. And then so when it hits the capacitor, it measures that, and then it uses that as a number.
Yeah.
So like 1 zap, 0 zaps, or 1 zap, 2 zaps.
And then it has that's for white, so it's just all over. And then, yeah. But like that's still crazy, and how the internet works to. Like, I'm gonna have to spark another joint for that one. Like, space would be a good topic. I mean,
vacuum tube.
Okay, yeah. So back to that. Good. I like how we got off topic, but here we are again.
Oh yeah.
So,
I got lots of ideas for lots of different things.
Yeah. So what the idea is, hopefully become president. Once that's stated, let's hypothetically say that it was within the next 2 elections. Won't happen because I'm too young, but I would theoretically give you free reign for this project of development and account for it and everything that goes wrong. So
a lot's gonna go wrong. We shouldn't do it.
You want to vacuum? So you're going to what? Take?
No, it's not. It wouldn't work because gravity will work either way through.
Anti-gravity.
Well, how do you make that?
Anti-gravity?
Yeah, how do you make anti-gravity?
Enough propelling force of motion to go down to shoot it up.
Yeah, but what's going to be your propelling force?
A cannon. Listen, so we get basically just a wind turbine. You build a tunnel, right? A solid
Why don't they do
tunnel.
that? For spaceships.
What it like?
Cannon that bitch into outer space. and then it still has those thrusters and ways to disperse its fuel to give it trajectory and speed and slow itself down and control itself. but potentially you could not use as much to get into outer space because it's compressed.
Yeah. By the time it needs to actually go and use its fuel, it's already carrying on momentum from being blasted in.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, at least.
Yeah.
Or at least halfway up, and then all you have to do, it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
A lot less, yeah. Maybe. See, that's the cool thing that they're doing with the water molecules, is they're trying to use them all, like man... When they split the atom, and they use that splitting to harness that energy from the water molecule back into oxygen, and then reproduce back into water from CO2. Yeah. So that to do that, then we if we can figure that out, which we will, all we have to do is carry water, and then we have a limited source of power almost.
Yeah, but it depends on how clean the water is and needs to be.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our water's nasty.
Gotta fix that.
Yep.
Miss Morgan, add that to the list. It's another thing we gotta talk about.
Well, I heard that guy from, what was it, China? That chemist from China that did that to the lake there?
Japan, I believe.
Oh. Yeah, have him teach how he did that. So you gotta spread the knowledge. There's other people that can do that.
Yeah.
But nobody's really doing that, except for him.
Well, a lot of people, schooling is great, but the schooling is too expensive for what it is.
And it doesn't give you experience.
Yeah.
It gives you knowledge, which that's great and all, but that doesn't top experience. Experience is a lot.
Yeah,
like
you can learn so much in school. Sorry, you can learn so much in school, but once you're out in there, you're not prepared for that.
Yeah. Yep. Which I've seen that a lot when I was an electrician. I didn't learn anything from a school. I just learned it all hands on. And there was one guy there that was going to school. He's a second-year apprentice, and I started bending pipe. Picked that up in less than 2 days, and took off, and I was already doing better than him. They were saying I was laying pipe like a journeyman and pulling wires and everything. I was just learning quickly. I was learning all the tricks and all the machines and all the techniques they had.
Yeah.
And they just really, you learn how to be creative and innovative with experience. You learn what works and what doesn't work.
Give me the phone now.
What?
No, they just started yelling again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need soundproofing. That was a good thing about. There we go. The good thing about my mom's house was the upstairs was pretty soundproof. Just about. So I could stream and it not really affect unless they start actually screaming and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. One day.
Yeah.
But, when that day comes, we'll just be in a house of people who don't really scream.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hopefully. See,
I mean, we might raise our voices a little bit at each other, but none of us are gonna get to screaming.
Oh, I will. It'll be.
What are you gonna scream at me about?
I scream at you guys all the time.
True, but that's not in a serious tone.
Well, video games.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's different.
He said, "What can't we put on YouTube?" I literally call people fucking cunts on both platforms. Soon 3. I don't know, Mixer's coming up. I don't know how they did that. Oh, okay, so Microsoft, way back when, said, we're going to compete with Twitch. I said, okay. I said, alright, so we're going to go to have this big Microsoft opening, and then here's your platform, here's your chance to announce your platform to the world. Don't fuck up. And the first thing he said, so you're the guy who's gonna compete with Twitch with Mixer. What's Mixer all about? And he said, okay, so you know Twitch. It's a lot like Twitch, but Mixer. And it's its own streaming service on Microsoft. And it was like, okay, that was under-delivered to just say, it's Twitch, but over here. So, like, alright, my guy. I always thought that was like, I would want to market it in a different way than just saying I copied.
Yeah. But I mean, at that point, you really don't have to either, though, because you feel like you can't run Monopoly, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tell that to Disney.
Yeah. Don't say that.
We're too small. Disney's not gonna come after us. All of a sudden, you just hear knocks.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy. Hopefully, that's the mailman.
You spell fire?
It's the stairs collapse. Like, oh, okay. And this is the last Learning Curve podcast. Alright, so we got what, 5? Well, yeah, we got 5 more minutes, give or take.
Give or take.
Yeah, so this,
Still haven't thought up an ad.
Did talking through this hour help you learn anything?
No, but it did kind of reinforce some stuff.
Good.
That I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good first start.
Yeah.
I learned some stuff. Prepare a little bit more. I have questions that I've actually can now think about. Because I can't, that's like the writer's block. I can, think about questions, but being here in it, I can say, this is what I should ask.
Yeah.
Right now.
You kind of just, I mean, all you need is like a basis question. Just something to start a conversation.
And then just pick stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So that, but yeah.
That's the real skill to the podcast, is you gotta get those conversations rolling.
Yeah.
Get them going.
And that's kind of what happened. I mean,
a little bit.
For a second, it wasn't very much, and then it went.
Mm-hmm.
So.
For a little bit. Now I've kind of lost my flow.
Yeah, with
yeah.
with,
yeah.
With things that happen. So, all right. Well, yeah, you got an ad read for Twix.
I don't.
Figure it out, man. Bust it out. Like, right side or left side?
Left side.
You're a left side kind of guy?
I guess. I don't know.
God. What do you mean you don't know? Which tastes better? They taste different. They're different.
They?
Yeah.
Are they really though?
Yeah.
I haven't paid attention to that.
Left side and right side Twix are completely different Twix.
Are they?
Yeah.
I've never actually paid attention.
Yeah. So you know what you should do?
Go buy a bunch of Twix.
And try it out. Hey Twix. Thanks for that fake sponsor. Alright, this is Learning Podcast. Have a